herself, and her three words were build self-confidence. I think you'll agree by the end of the night that these guys have nothing but wonderful self-confidence. So with no further ado, welcome to Family Night 2015, and I present Jessica Stellers.
Excited anticipating the birth of the firstborn, which is just under 3 months away. And let me tell you, excitement begins. But that excitement didn't begin in August as expected. It began on June 6, 1987. I was born 2 weeks premature, which led to complications that were, well, complicated. I was born with cleft palate, scoliosis, cerebral palsy, and apraxia. All of you have seen someone with CP. None of us are braces on their arms. You might be wondering, why do I have braces on my arms? Well, that's because my CP is minor. What is not minor is my scoliosis. I actually have this pretty severely. When I was in 4th and 5th grade, I wore a back brace to try to avoid surgery, but to no avail. The summer before 7th grade, I went after life. It was laid up 6 months where I could do no physical activity. Then, of course, there's my cleft palate thing. Fun. It still affects my speech and how I breathe. This is despite having received a pharyngoplasty when I was younger. Let's say pharyngoplasty, basically a nose job. Jennifer Gray from Dirty Dancing got one. Of course, hers is for cosmetic reasons. I had mine because I had too much air coming out of my nose, making it hard to breathe and speak. But I am sure Jennifer's old nose is very traumatic for her. Or him. My nose operation didn't go smoothly for Dirty Dancers. There were complications. After my first surgery, I had a problem that I had nowhere coming out of my nose. To try to prove this, doctors decided to take 3 more surgeries. Could you imagine living your whole life having a cold and not being able to blow your nose? This is a problem that I have now because those 3 other surgeries didn't really work. This is also why I don't talk normal, not ever coming out of my nose. And finally, to top it off, I have apraxia, a speech disorder which my brain has a hard time telling my muscles what to do. So I have a hard time initiating and producing sounds. I'm physically old, this affected me greatly, but it isn't the reason you think. You see, I have already cured my physical disabilities, but I'm still trying to get over the reaction that others have because of them. But it is exactly their reaction, or rather their perception. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. Perception doesn't always reflect reality. Misperception is often hurtful. And finally, it is essential to change one's always wants their reactions, not the reactions themselves, in order to cope. Ever since I was little, I found people who did that because they spent a little longer to process mental questions. I am not as smart as them. Or because I spent a lot of time in the research at school, I must be an idiot. 2 years ago, I was striking with a friend of mine, and we were trying to figure out our school schedules for the following school year. After talking, she referred to the integrated classes as the classes. I didn't say anything, but I was immediately crushed. I know that I'm not dumb. My thoughts are pretty much the same as all of yours. Some of them are intellectual and profound. Others are superficial and silly. For the most part, my thoughts are as normal and abnormal as the next guy's. But because of my difficulty speaking and formulating sounds, people's perception of me is often that I'm intellectually inferior. Once again, this perception is not accurate. But I hear some people think that way. Some things are hard to comprehend. For example, my situation is much too complicated for most of you to understand. But just because I'm aware of the why, it doesn't mean that the what doesn't hurt. Back to my injury class story. I need injury classes because I'm reprocessing speed. Sometimes it takes a real long time to initiate what it is I want to say. It occurs to me to hear that a supposed friend of mine thinks that because of just a little nuance of mine, I haven't smart enough. And it wasn't even what she said, but how she said it. I don't want to be in the integrated class because they are the dumb classes. This made me want to buy my eyes out and give her attitude and smell across the head. She pretty much called me dumb right in my face. Why? Because I cannot quickly and accurately express what my mind is thinking. I have intellectual thoughts. I know the answers to questions. I understand questions are taught. But because I can't get them out of my mouth, fast enough, people don't believe it. I am trying to learn how to cope, and my solution is not try to change how the people react or think. This is the lost cause. My solution is try to find a way, deep down, to change the way I react to others' ignorance. This is something we can all benefit from. Also, I think it might be helpful to make light on my situation, and I'm going to start doing that today. So from this day forward, I refer to my problems with cleft palate, scoliosis, cerebral palsy, and apraxia as tricks, bites, syndrome. You see, my experience of my disability is not unlike the experience of that woman in a new Tricks commercial. Have you seen it? Two women from the 80s with their big 80s hair are talking about them. They are fixing their hair, and one says that she's about to go to a business meeting where she's going to put her idea for bite-sized strips. This marketing plan will surely change her life forever and make her a very wealthy woman. But before no one was able to be surrendered to the board, they both pass out due to his asphyxiation, caused by systematic refuse. Due to poor air circulation in the powder room, the Tricks Bites idea did not come to fruition for another 3 decades. How does this relate to me? Well, it does take me 3 years to this idea, but oftentimes it does take me 3 seconds. And because of that, my ideas often go unheard. I want to thank you for so much today, and I hope that because of it, you can change your perspective about others just a little. But more importantly, you can change your perspective about how you handle yourself a lot. I am currently learning to not be surprised by the perceptions of me, not to be as hurt when the misperceptions are offensive, and to find more effective ways of coping, namely, to change my own reaction. It's our perfect solution, but it's a start. If you have any other suggestions, come see me. I'll be the one eating Tricks Bites. Thank you.